The food situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo is raising concerns. Hunger levels in the country have doubled as compared to the 2017 statistics. 15 million women, men and children in the country do not have enough food to eat, up from 7.7 million last year. A report revealed by the World Food Programme, the Food and Agriculture Organization and DR Congo's Ministry of Agriculture revealed this information. The deteriorating hunger situation is concentrated in the 10 provinces most adversely affected by violence. And some people are even joining armed groups and going into prostitution as ways to find money for food.
That's right, and the new report of the WFP and the FAO of the UN and the DRC Ministry of Agriculture says famine has more than doubled in the whole territory compared to the same period last year. At least 15 million people, or nearly one-fifth of the population, are seriously threatened by food insecurity. Online this morning to discuss this crisis is Kimberly Bennett of the Norwegian Refugee Council in Kinshasa.
Kimberly Bennett du Conseil norvégien pour les réfugiés qui se trouve à Kinshasa.
Welcome to the program, Kimberly Bennett. As I mentioned earlier on, the joint UN and Congolese government report indicates 15 million people were threatened by famine in the DRC. How did this get there in the first place?
Par la famine en RDC, comment en est-on arrivé là?
What the report concluded is that the major causes of food insecurity in Congo are population movements or conflict-related displacements. Since the population of Congo is 70% agro-pastoral, it is rather farmers. If there is conflict in their village, in their region, they move, and so they no longer have access to their fields and can no longer farm. And that's how we arrived at this situation. It is completely linked to the conflicts across the country, and the population movement is caused by these conflicts.
Et comme ça, ils n'ont pas accès à leurs champs et ils ne peuvent pas cultiver. Et c'est comme ça qu'on est arrivé à ce chiffre. C'est complètement lié avec les conflits à travers le pays et les mouvements de population causés par ces conflits.
Alors l'an dernier,
last year, the number of the people threatened by famine was 7.7 million. This year, it increased to 15 million. What explains this?
Du nombre de personnes concernées.
C'est la plupart des provinces qui ont...
Most of the provinces that are affected by hunger are conflict-affected provinces. That is 10 provinces out of the 26 provinces in the DRC. This is the eastern side of the Congo, that's the Tanganyika, and then the Grand Kasai.
Le Tanganyika, et puis les Grands Kasai.
On va parler à présent des pistes de
So,
sortie.
can this crisis be better handled?
Des solutions pour faire face à cette menace de la famine.
Bon, une solution, c'est que les bailleurs
The solution is for international donors to deliver on their promises.
En avril de cette année,
In April this year in Geneva at the donor conference, there were at least 22 countries that promised to give 1/3 of the total budget for the humanitarian response plan. So far, on the response plan, we have managed to get 28%, and that is not acceptable at all. We need to see that donors deliver on their promises, which they give at least 1/3 of what they promised in April.
Une dernière question pour vous, Kimberly Bennett.
Crisis figures are often downplayed to blind the real pictures. Thus, this hurt the humanitarian response plan.
Finalement, le plan de réponse humanitaire.
The government's conclusions and strategies, as I am in a humanitarian organization, I do not have any information or opinion on the government strategies at all. What I can say is that the food insecurity situation in Congo is serious. We have received reports on the ground from people who prostitute themselves to get money to buy food. We know that some parents take their children out of school to work in the mines. There are mothers in Kasai who cannot find solid food to buy for toddlers, so they feed their children with breast milk. These are the consequences of the lack of attention to the Congolese crisis, to the food crisis. And this has consequently affected accommodation and education of children. That is what I can say about the humanitarian situation in Congo.
Et aussi, on voit que c'est des conséquences aussi dans l'abri, le manque d'abri, le manque d'éducation pour les enfants. Alors, ça, c'est ce que je peux expliquer sur les situations humanitaires ici au Congo.